hotel. I was just going to find some secluded place and do that. But we get into this argument, and I had reached that moment. And only folks that go through this will understand. When you hit that moment, you don't think 2 seconds about what's happening. It's just everything that has ever compounded is making it okay for you to act in that moment. So we get into an argument. I'm going to go and leave the house. My gun is in the bedside table next to me, so I grab it. And I couldn't even get uncovered. We were laying in bed at the time. I couldn't even get uncovered to get up and walk out of the house. As soon as I had grabbed my gun and presented, it was holstered, never pointed at, nothing like that. She reacted and called 911. Well, thankfully, that is one of the times I will say, thankfully, I was drunk that day because you're so slow. Everything is delayed reaction. The police were really fast that day. And I ended up getting arrested, actually. And was never asked once what was transpiring. It was just, you scared her, so off you go. Spent 5 days in jail. And I knew I needed to do something.
What's up, folks? Welcome to another episode of the Shots Fired podcast with DP. I am your host, Despop, aka Jay Simino, and today is 13 July 2026. And that opening vid was from a show I caught on YouTube from a channel called The Suffering Podcast. The host being a retired member of my former field, law enforcement. This guy seems to be doing exactly what I set out to do with my channel, and after watching a few of his vids, I realized how much I suck at this. This dude actually has the talent to pull this off, and I learned of him through none other than Michael Francis and his show, so go figure. Former mob guy teaming up with a cop. But the man he was interviewing nailed it. Only those of us in the position know that feeling. When that decision is made, it's fucking over. Save for some odd fluke or miracle, man. You come to a point where you've reasoned it all out. Wow, what about my son? Well, he's better off without me. You'd be a greater blessing to the world if you were no longer a part of it. That's how you truly feel. Shit thinking like that. I still don't know how I pulled out of it. He actually got arrested and accidentally saved. They thought his woman was threatened, not realizing that it was only his life that was in danger. Now, 2 years ago today exactly, I was sitting in a restaurant with someone I love more than anything. But this bitch was twisted. It was her birthday, and we were celebrating at a nice joint. Her 8-year-old son accompanied us. I was on my best behavior. She constantly faulted me for my actions and behaviors in public related to PTSD. But on that day, I was on point, man. She picked the seat. My back was to the entire place, i.e. all the threats. I wasn't wigging out. I wasn't even thinking of it. Then, all of a sudden, my phone starts going batshit alert after alert. Another no-no. Don't stare at your phone when you're entertaining her, man. Fuck that, God forbid. Well, I can't help but look at my phone. What if it's my son, right? So I see one of those pop-up windows on my phone, and I'm not wearing my readers, but I can make out assassination and Trump. So immediately I go into fight or flight. I'm looking around, I'm sizing up all these threats that are there, not there, basically in a panic. Sure, this assassination attempt is nowhere near us up in New England, but it's threatening all the same, right? If they can reach a president, none of us are safe anywhere, right? So I start going fucking nuts in my mind. She finally asks what the fuck is wrong with me, so I tell her. Then I can't help it any longer. I need to know the facts, so I unlock my phone and I open up the stories. In front of her child, she says, "Don't ruin my birthday. Let me believe he's dead." Something to that effect, with a devilish smirk on her face. This is the type of person I was fucking dealing with, right? My fault. I blame myself. Writing was on the wall. Saw her from a fucking mile away, and I still should have fucking walked away. Did not. I'm a dummy. So anyway, a few weeks later, I'd had my weapon placed against my temple by my own hand. I was alone in a parking lot I had chosen. The cops weren't called on me. My mind was made out, and for the first time in almost 20 years, I felt at peace, man. I was not afraid. And I've told you folks the iced coffee story before. No matter how many times I return to it, it still makes no sense to me. It had to be a higher power that pulled me out of that. No cops were called, nothing like that. I wasn't saved by some fluke or by some happenstance. But I certainly didn't consciously back out, man. I was all in. Sometimes I sit here and I think that I actually did it, you know what I mean? And that this is all fake. Like I'm stuck in limbo and I'm not moving forward at all. And the worst part is that she would have loved it. No one would have known the truth. There would have been a funeral, and she would have sat at the front of the receiving line, soaking up all the sympathy, plus I'm sure a give, send, go to solely benefit her. Hey, it's happened before, right? I'm not making this shit up. There was that chick in Massachusetts, I think, that was convicted for urging her boyfriend's suicide, man. These people exist. And she made it known that she desired just that outcome for me. Fortunately for her, here I am. But she still won in a lot of ways, man. Some days are better than others, but I am so fucking unhappy. I feel like I'm not progressing. So many out there would simply be happy with making it to the next day. After all, I have no vices. I don't drink. It's not because I had a drinking problem. I'm not in recovery. I just know it doesn't fucking work. I have too much pride to succumb to that kind of weakness. So why can't I progress? I'll still dabble with a little THC right before bed if I can get my hands on it. I now live in a state that does not partake, so it's not every day that I have it, but it sure beats the SSRIs the doctors have had me hooked on for over 20 fucking years now, man. I'm at the point where I feel the SSRIs are just sabotaging me, man. See, I'm not satisfied with making it to tomorrow. That's not a victory for me, man. I have tons of shit to get done that I push off every fucking day. Bills, work, apologies, all shit I need to get done, but I let the depression take over and just limp through the fucking day, man, hating myself every night with what I did not get done. Getting to the gym is such a fucking task, but at least I got that, man. I'm actually in better shape now than I was in the police academy in 1997. But then again, lather, rinse, repeat. I'm fucking stuck, man. But talking about it does help. Listening to others put into words what I cannot, that also helps. My original plan was to call my show Survive with DP. DP being Donor Patrol, Desk Pop, or Double Penetration Giggity. Humba still has to be a major part of my thing. Maybe I'll drop this hobby and put all my time into following the Suffering podcast. Maybe a little DMT or Ibogaine. All I know is that something has to give because I am not fucking satisfied. I should be way ahead of where I am. You know how bad it's gotten? Tomorrow is my birthday, and I didn't even know that we were in July until last night. Wow. Fuck it. Changing topics, just needed to say that after a week of Tyler Robinson's pretrial hearings, any and all Candace Owens followers can go blow their dads, man. Fuck you all. We only saw maybe 0.005% of the evidence, and it was enough to prove every fucking lie wrong. From Lance Twiggs was never interviewed by police, to Tyler Robinson was never even on campus, to the revelation that soft point bullets were in fact used. Everything blew up for the Ian Carroll pedo stash faggot fucking community, although those cunts are tripling down now on their bullshit. You know how I know they're phony sexist shit? Because you got Brian Cole, a true patsy being set up by our government, and these twats don't say shit. Why? Because they can't grift off of Cole. There's no money to be made there. They claim to care so much for Charlie while they're trying to get his killer a walk. These people are fucking demons, and I'd love to see their entire bloodlines Thanos snapped out of existence. But more painfully than the Thanos snap from the movies, of course. Now, I'm not someone who celebrates death. However, I have a son who is fighting age, and if you ever demanded that my son die not for his country, but for another nation, as in Israel or Ukraine, yeah, go fuck yourself, man. I will not celebrate your death, but I won't mourn for you. Fuck you and enjoy hell, sir. I'm sure it is a lot like Provincetown, which should make you happy. Okay, end of rant. Now let's have a little lighthearted fun with some fuck cats, yay dogs. Let's switch to some adult theme humor with We Was Kangs.
First time, raw armadillo. It's good. I already ate some. And it's better than chicken too. I had to come back for seconds. Oh, this blubber.
And we'll follow that up with some white people, am I right?
I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty fucking impressive. KP is off. Not yet.
How many tries is this? Thought you were a better shot than that. Oh man, it's coming.
Come on.
Where you gotta hit it now?
I don't know. I hit every piece I thought was possible, but it was holding it. It's getting held by different pieces.
Who's picking up all these sticks?
What?
Who's picking up all these sticks?
You.
Nope, wrong. And it's down. Good job, honey.
Now it's time for the final call. On this date, July 13th, back in 2020, police officer Jonathan Shoup, Bothell PD, Washington, was shot and killed in the 10,300 block of Woodville Drive following a vehicle pursuit at approximately 9:40 p.m. Officer Shoup and his field training officer attempted to stop a vehicle for failing to display a license plate. The vehicle fled the stop, struck a man on a scooter, and then crashed on Woodville Drive. The occupant of the vehicle emerged, made anti-police statements, and immediately opened fire on officers who were still in the patrol car. Officer Shoup's field training officer returned fire, during which Officer Shoup was inadvertently struck in the head and killed. The man was apprehended 6 hours later, hiding on the roof of a nearby building. He was charged with aggravated first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, and vehicular assault. Officer Shoup was a U.S. Coast Guard veteran and had served with the Bothell PD for 1 year. He survived by his fiancée, mother, and 2 brothers. Also on this date, Back in 1978, Deputy Sheriff James Machado, Placer County Sheriff's Office, California, was shot and killed at the intersection of Highway 49 and Elm Avenue in Auburn with his own service weapon during a struggle with a mental patient. The subject was located a short time later walking along I-80. As other officers approached him, he attempted to shoot them with Deputy Machado's weapon. The officers fired several shotgun rounds at the suspect, killing him. Deputy Machado served with the Placer County Sheriff's Office for 4 years. In 2008, Deputy Machado was posthumously awarded the Placer County Sheriff's Office Purple Heart. He is survived by his wife and 3 children. The Auburn intersection where he was killed was also dedicated in his honor. Lastly, on this date, back in 1912, Sergeant James Skinner, Peoria PD, Illinois, was shot and killed while he and his partner were arresting one of 2 drunken men who were fighting each other on Green Street. As the officers were handcuffing the suspect, the struggle ensued, and the suspect hit Sergeant Skinner's partner's hand, causing his revolver he was holding to discharge, striking Sergeant Skinner. Sergeant Skinner was survived by his wife and children. May they all continue to rest in peace. And we'll finish, as we always do, with the timeline cleanse. It's a quick one, so I'll run it twice. But before we go, to anyone out there struggling with that mental demon, remember to stop, breathe, survive. Later, bitches.
She's stuck out! Oh, fuck you! Hey, shot, good. Hold on, fuck you! Hey, how the fuck you there? She's stuck out! Oh, fuck you!
Get him, Jay.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all!
You got DP'd.